Hi, I'm Chuck with No More Headphones, and this is Flora.
And I'm Flora with no more headphones.
And yeah, we have our headphones on because we're so far apart right now. I'm here in Orlando, Florida, and Flora is in Singapore.
Yes.
And this is what day is it? What's today?
Today is Sunday
And why is it a special day?
because I'm taking my off day and I'm outside in the work area.
Yeah, those buildings behind her is where she lives back there.
Yes.
That, yeah.
Exactly that.
And for those of you that don't understand Singapore, Singapore is all about sky rises. There's all the flats are in buildings that are really tall. And I think you're on the ninth floor?
Yes, I am.
Ninth floor. Can you imagine that? So
It's just it's just ninth floor. It's not too high.
not too high, not too low. But today we're going to talk about what's the best video chat. Right now we're using Skype, but normally we use Messenger. And why do we use Messenger? Because that's where we met. That's the biggest reason that we use it. But Flora likes to use Messenger because of her family. Tell us about your family. Where is everybody?
So my family, my mother and father stay in Philippines with my daughter. Frizelda and Nicole was there also together with my mother, and I connect using Messenger because easy for them and easy for me to connect everybody. Even no loads, even no top up, even no data, you can use Messenger. So just only message, but we cannot do video calls or sending photos if you don't have data. But message can.
Yeah. So if you didn't understand what she said, because she speaks fast, her English is very good, but she speaks fast. So in the Philippines, Facebook is free. If there's no data on your phone, they can still text. And because Messenger is part of Facebook, that means that they can still communicate back and forth for free. And that makes Messenger a really good app to use. But if you like to, we call it Netflix, and we won't go into that. But if you want to have a private conversation with your girlfriend, I think that WhatsApp is much better because it's encrypted. And that means nobody else can see it. Google, Facebook, they can't see what you're doing, what you're writing, and there's no invasion of your privacy. So if you want to send your baby a Netflix, I suggest that you use WhatsApp. And what do you think? Do you think that's good or bad?
Yeah, it's good for us to sending sometimes Netflix. I need it, right?
Yeah, yeah. So I think you guys know what we're talking about. We won't go into detail, of course, but it's a pretty cool thing to think about. If you're going to choose an app, a video app to talk to your girlfriend, especially overseas, um, I think you should use WhatsApp. But Messenger works. Remember, in the Philippines, it's very difficult to have unlimited data on your phone. They don't have plans like that. You have to always add more data to the phone. Here in America, we can connect anywhere as long as we have data and we have unlimited data plans. So, like mine, I use Sprint and I have unlimited data. It does not slow down. It's always the same. But in the Philippines, they don't have this. They have to continue to put money on that phone to have data. So Messenger works really good. Both WhatsApp, Skype, uh, FaceTime. Flora actually has an iPhone, and we can use FaceTime too, and it is free. It's just like being here. There's no charge for the phone call to call overseas when you use FaceTime. So we go back and forth with that, but normally we use Messenger just because it's easy. We have all our friends on there and the family. We can all get together. How many people can we put on the group chat?
It's more than 10.
Yeah, so if you can imagine having 10 little squares all around your phone and you can talk to everybody, and it does get confusing when everybody's on there. But for example, we did a Christmas group chat, and the party was actually at Flora's home in the Philippines. And I don't know how many people were there. How many people were at the house?
Yeah, more than 40 plus or around
Yeah.
50, it's like that.
And it was very, very loud, hard to hear. And she has a sister in Qatar who was also in this chat, and we're all listening and trying to watch. It was great fun, but a lot of little squares on the screen to try to watch all this stuff. So
And so loud. Can I hear anything?
it was so loud. But it was so cool. And, I know that you guys know what we're talking about, to be able to talk to your girlfriend and be able to share. It's so great to have video chat today. It's almost like you're with the person, but you're not. And you're still, 10,000 miles away. And if you've never went to see your girlfriend, I strongly suggest you do so. And Flora can tell you that I came to see her, and just tell them about that. What did I do?
What you mean? Your time you are coming here in Singapore?
Yeah, tell them what we did for how long.
Yes. You know what? First time he coming here in Singapore, he just travel for 17 hours, is it? Is 17 hours or 24?
24 hours.
He travel in 24 hours. He coming, he reach here in Singapore on Friday, but I cannot take out during my work. So I can go out, I can take off during Sunday. So we just only meet in one day. Only Sunday we meet. And we are just spending our time in 5 hours. That's how he come here in Singapore to meet me. Just only 5 hours, then I go back to my work again. And then he fly back to going to USA. So it's quite sad, but I'm very happy and proud of him that he is really calm.
Yeah. And I mean, I think that if you're watching this video, you've probably, if you're here in the US and you're a man, you've probably been involved with a Filipino in the past, and you probably lost that girl because you never went there. And yeah, it's really hard. I mean, I live in Orlando. I flew to
Mm.
Orlando. I flew from Orlando to San Francisco. That's 6 hours. And then from San Francisco to Singapore is 17 and a half hours. And it is a
Wow.
long, long flight. I mean, you just sit there. It's an endurance test is what it is. But I mean, look at the reward. I mean, Flora, she's beautiful, not just outside, but inside. And you'll never meet anybody like that. If you don't go there, you're not going to have a girlfriend. You have to go visit them. You have to. And the reason that she was not able to spend more time with me is because she cares for an autistic child, and the demands on Flora are tremendous. I mean, she works from, what time do you start work? 6 o'clock?
I waking up around 5 o'clock, but I need to start my work around 6 o'clock. That is really the proper work. To 10:30 in the night.
Every day except Sunday.
Every
But
day.
but even on Sunday, she still has things to do in the morning before she can go out. And then when she comes back, of course, she's got to take care of that boy again. So it's quite demanding. And yeah, we talked about, are you sure you want to come all the way to Singapore just for 5 hours? And I said, yeah,
Yeah.
I do. And I'm fortunate, to be able to afford to do that. I know it's difficult. It really wasn't that costly to go. I'll give you guys some examples. My flight was about $1,100 round trip. The hotel, I stayed in a 5-star hotel right at the airport, at Changi Airport. And I mean, it was about $110 a night, and I stayed for 3 nights. So I spent $1,500 to come in and meet Flora for the first time. And wow, I mean, yeah, it's a little bit of money, but it's so well worth it. So well worth it to meet your baby, actually hold her. And yeah,
Oh.
we get sad because we're so far apart, but her when these girls go to work in Singapore, they have a contract. And so her contract is almost over. And we're going to be going back to her hometown in Hinatun. Where is that?
Mindanao.
Mindanao, sorry. My Tagalog is not very good. My Filipino language is not very good, but it's getting better. And so when she finishes there in March or April, then I will fly to the Philippines and then we'll be together there. So the one other thing on this short video that we're spending a lot of time talking about different things, but if you really want to bring your girlfriend to the US, you need to get this. This is a K1 visa. This is the application. Okay. And it's very long. I mean, I don't know how many pages are here, 10, 12 pages. And it will ask so many questions all about you, the American, all about your past, your criminal record. It's going to ask you how much money you make, very in depth. But it's also going to ask your girlfriend, for Flora, lots of questions too. And we're going to fill this out. We'll show you how to do that. We'll show you how you actually get a visa. It is possible to do. And there's some cost involved, but we'll go into that on the next video. So again, we're really supposed to be talking about which is the best video chat. And we'd love to hear your comments. You can definitely comment in the description box below, send some comments. If you have any questions for Flora, you can write them to her. We might try to do some live broadcasts here in the future so that you can talk directly to us. And again, you have anything you want to add to that, Flora?
It's nothing.
Nothing. This is our first video, you guys, so we'll get better at this too. But for now, that's all we're going to say, and say goodbye.
Bye.